Capricorn, how you doing? Welcome to your Astroflower reading going from the 25th of September to the 1st of October. Moving into autumn period now. Not for all of you, but for those of you who are born in the first week of Capricorn. And you might well feel this. I've got the equinox reading that's coming out for you on Wednesday. I had to hold it back because there was something happening on the sun and I wanted to see what that was going on before I did the readings. And I did an energy update on that on our sister channel, Cymatic TV. So, I think it's going to play out, and I think it'll help the overall reading. So, you've got that coming out on Wednesday. There. Let's just see what's going on for you on your overall energies here. The Empress. Owning your environment emotionally. Combining everything. I think the overall energy here is allowing you to actually combine a lot of things around you in order to get your success. So you could actually be working on a multitude of different plans at the moment, working on a multitude of different fronts, and if you keep yourself and this is where the overall energy is trying to help you out here. If you keep yourself emotionally sort of in charge of what's going on in every little aspect around you, then I think you're going to get success. Then everything is possible. You can really give or create a new world for you, give birth to a new world for you. And that's what the overall energy is trying to encourage within you. On your relationship side, you get on your karmic message is wait and see. Is it procrastination? Possibly. Some of you could be procrastinating, but I think it's more of a case of, I think it's coming out a lot, especially in earth signs as well, this Three of Wands. And I think here is on your relationships, it's like sort of like you're putting out there and it's a case of wait and see what happens for you, observing the waves of reality as they're swishing around you at the moment, so you can actually travel a lot without actually going anywhere, as it were. And I think this is the case here, and I think it's karmically, I think you've got to wait and see a scenario that is around you. The universe is encouraging this wait and see attitude to bring in a new cycle for you. It's a medium-term cycle. It's not a long-term cycle. It's a medium-term cycle. So it's planting those seeds. And sometimes, when you plant the seed, let's say a tomato plant, it's going to take roughly around about 4 or 5 months before you can really get the fruit out of it. And once you start doing that, once you get the fruit, then you can actually turn it into tomato sauce and ketchup and everything like that. And which, gets to that 9-month sort of cycle. Then what do you do with that tomato sauce? That is the important thing. And I think the universe is helping you to sort of like observe the reality that is around you, observe the interactions and the relationships that are around you, in order for you to choose the cycle that is best for you, that is most productive for you. On your past to your future, yeah, I think you've had to defend your position. I think that you felt that more than anything else. I think you've had to take a stance in your life in regards to the relationships that are around you. It's almost as if, like, if you want happiness, you're going to have to not put up with the crap, basically. And I think this is what's been playing through you at the moment. I think that's what's brought you to where you are. And now you've taken that stance in the near past, and because you've taken that stance, you're now observing how it all sort of pans out around you, in the relationships around you. And then you get the Six of Pentacles, and I think this is where it's just kind of like you're willing to invest in relationships, yeah, but it's also got to work for you. And I think that's what that stance is all about, which you've been doing. And in relationships, what you're working towards, you really want relationships to work. You do. But you're not going to invest in relationships that are only one-sided. So you're going to invest in relationships that are actually beneficial, not just for you, but also you can then share those benefits with the people that are around you. And this is where you're working on several fronts as well, with this sort of card here. And I think this is where this Empress card is helping you to own your future emotionally, and engage in it in a very physical and passionate way. Actions speak louder than words. This is what I've been getting here. And I think this is where you're going to go, you know, you've got to see the actions of the relationship to see whether it works for you as much as whether it works for them as well. And I think this is where you've passionately defended your position, and with that passion now is sort of subsided slightly, because you're waiting. It's a wait and see what happens here with the relationships that go on around you. And you get more wands. So on your relationship side, you've got nothing but wands and pentacles. I think this is part of the learning curve. I think you've learned how to, I think you've learned how to defend your path. And I think this is, you've now got to walk away here, as this person here, you've got to walk away from situations that are just conflictual, from groups of people, or a relationship that is just part of your old paradigm that doesn't really sit with you anymore. And I think this is what you're doing in the near future, and what comes out of it. Once you start seeing what sort of works for you, I think you're going to you would have learned a lot about yourself, about relationships, and you're going to happily extract yourself from any conflictual relationships in the future and allow your passions for life be the guide that takes you on to much more beautiful and fertile land for you in regards to the relationships at the moment. Let's just see what's going on the material side of life. What's on the karmic path on that side? Temperance, another one, wait and see. There's a lot of this energy that's coming through that's wait and see, and we saw that in the energy update. It's a combination between the sacrum and the root chakra. It's bringing things down. There seems to be a lot going on around in the world, but no one's really going anywhere. And this is very much similar to this sort of card here. Your karmic messages on your business front is just to keep ticking things over that tick, and just seeing what is available, what is happening in the world around you, I think, more than anything else. Queen of Pentacles from the universe here, which is a really nice card, very similar to the Empress card in a way. Getting complete control over your physical development, knowing that what you've done in the past will bring forth fruit to you, because she's sat at that tree of knowledge, and is it through that understanding that you're going to bring success into your life. And you've got to be, there's a certain degree of patience that goes with this. She's sat at the tree of knowledge, as I said, and she knows when that fruit is going to fall, and she's got to be patient, and she's okay about that. And I think that's what sort of goes in for you. From your past into your future, I think in your past you've been working on a lot of things, that a lot of different aspects within jobs, business or projects that you've been working on that have been very unseeable what the overall outcome is. So it's like putting your money on a horse and not knowing whether that horse is going to win. And I think this is where you're coming from, a lot of uncertainty about what where you're going, what you're doing. I think you know what you want, but it's an uncertainty of the outcome, and I think that played a lot on your emotions, of the interaction with the entire world around you, and that could be the universe as well. And I think you've come from there. I think you've done a lot in order to get through, and this patience is going to pay off dividends, huge dividends for you, because what's going to come out of it through this unforeseen past, and the past where it's been unforeseen, all of a sudden it's going to start becoming very clear for you where you should be going. You're responding to the calling, and that is what is within you. I think you've streamlined a lot of things. I think you've worked out that there's certain aspects that you've got to let go of within your career path or your business or whatever it is. Certain aspects you've got to let go of in order for the real success to come through. It's, if you've ever planted plants like tomatoes, you know that you get what we call the greedy stems that come out between the leaf and the main stem, and you've got to break them off. So then the lower ones, you've got to break them off, so then the actual flowers at the top produce some really good fruit, or else you're just going to get small, not very juicy fruit. And I think this is what you're realizing here, is what fruits you want to be exploring in the future as you go forward. And it's becoming very, very clear for you, I think, especially with that Empress card. The combining of various different things together in all in one. And you get the Seven of Swords. You got the Seven of Wands down there. I was just seeing if there was another seven on there. There's not. You get the Seven of Swords. I think this is going to, now you know where you're going, this is how you play smart in the situation. And I think this is what you're learning here. You're learning to diffuse any sort of complications within your business or within your career path. You're learning to diffuse all of those situations so they don't actually become a problem in the future. And this is what playing smart is all about. Thank you, Capricorn, for being here. Let's just have a look here what's going on with the Light Seers card, seeing if we can get some clarification on this. Do appreciate your support for this channel, showing that in any way, sort of liking, subscribing, commenting as well. Tell me how it's going on in your life, and also sort of sharing as well. Sharing is really important. There's loads of links as well in the description below. Then there's a link to our sister channel, Cymatic TV, which is a channel all about energy more than anything else. So let's just go on. Let's see what the clarification is here. The Empress card gives way to the Three of Cups. Socializing. I think it's because you're secure who you are and where you're going. It's combining all those different aspects within your life. Makes for a very good celebratory future, I think. More than anything else. I think it makes you a lot wiser, makes you a lot more secure, confident about where you're going, and that makes you a lot more happier. And that's what the overall energy of having control over your emotions is actually breeding within you. It's breeding success, I think, across all sort of aspects of your life, and in various different aspects of your life. With the Three of Wands, yeah, I think this is, I've got a funny feeling here on this Three of Wands. It's almost as kind of like you're looking at the universe as if to sort of say, look, I've put my stuff out there. This is what I want. This is my dream. This is my dream and aspiration. Is it going to turn up? When's it going to turn up? Bring it in. And it's like you're doing this sort of like this patient of observation of the worlds of the waves of reality that are coming into your life, that you are sort of saying, I've done the work here. You know, I want a good relational success in your life, and yes, you're getting it, and the universe is responding to that. The universe is responding with the Page of Pentacles, the opening up of this new path, and it's you offering your heart towards a situation, or someone's offering their heart to you. And as they offer to you this situation, that's when you can start building and planting your seeds for a brighter future, and in a much more solid and sort of abundant and confident future for you, more than anything else in regards to your relationships. With the Seven of Wands, you get the Judgment. You've now got Judgment, and this Judgment runs all the way through here and goes right through the overall energies. And I think this Judgment is, this call to a mission within your life. You're standing up and accepting what you should be doing and where you should be going in your life, is because you took that stance. And I think it's taken that stance not just with people or relationships that are around you, but also with the universe, to sort of say, this is defending your path, saying this is what I want and this is what I deserve. And that's where Judgment is coming, and I think it's coming down on your side. I think you've had a really rough deal, to be honest, over the past month, I would say. You've had a rough deal, and it's like you're sort of saying, I'm not accepting second best with that Six of Pentacles. And this is where they're going to start, things are going to start moving for you. Abundance is going to start coming for you. Joys are going to start coming for you. One of those cups there is all about that as well. And it's a multitude. It triggers a multitude of pleasures and joys and interaction with the world around you, because you've taken a very stern stance to sort of say, no, I'm not putting up with that crap. And once you take that stern stance, once you really position yourself, then you're just sort of standing there kind of going, I've done the work, I'm bringing it in, bring it on, bring it in, bring it on. this is what you've learned to do. You've learned to come out of that conflict stage now, and you've learned to sort of turn around and say, well, in that case, I'm moving on to my happiness. Oh, wrong way. I'm moving on to my happiness. You're shining a light on yourself, and you've learned to do this in a very productive way, and using your passions to go after your happiness. When you look at what's influencing everything here, yes, I think you've made this typical Capricorn sort of stance of going, I will not move sort of scenario, within you. And what it's doing is provoking the universe and everything that is around you to start patterning it up, basically. Getting the rest of the world is getting into a situation that's kind of going, well, Capricorns, we've been smashing hell bells out of Capricorn for a long time now, and they're not putting up with it anymore. And Capricorn just wants happiness. Okay, let's bring it in. Let's just see what's going on your financial side. This is it, patience. Being patient for your success is very similar sort of karmic position. And I think you've done this across the board. And as I said earlier on, I think this is on multitudes of different levels and multitudes of different aspects. What we have with the Temperance card here is the King of Pentacles. Ultimate abundance, ultimate security, ultimate success, ultimate connection and creation of a tribe or a business or a collection of people through knowledge and understanding, knowing how things work. So this is where it's almost as if like there's you've almost sort of said within your career path or your business and etc., you sort of say, I know how this works. I know my value. I know what the cost of life is. Therefore, I'm not going to accept this job paid at that. It's got to be paid that. And that's the way it goes. There's no other way around it. And it's that sort of attitude of that confidence you have within you will bring you a lot more into your life. With the Queen of Pentacles, because we've now got the King and Queen of Pentacles, we have got the Five of Swords. Yeah, I think the universe here is sort of saying, okay, we're going to bring you in confirmation of your future, confidence about your future, because the universe is recognizing that you deserve more. And they're walking, the universe is sort of saying, okay, well, let's stop the conflicts within you, with the universe that is around you, with the world that is around you that doesn't serve anything. And I think the universe is recognizing this now within you. That you're getting a rough deal. You're not getting the rub of the green, as it were. And because you're not getting the rub of the green, you've put your foot down, Capricorn. And that's what it looks like you've done this week. You've really put your foot down. And putting your foot down is going to spark a lot of action in the world that is around you. Yeah, when you get the moon clarified with the moon, yeah, I think you've it's almost like you're rebelling against this uncertainty that you're putting out there, and you're kind of going, look, I'm putting it out there, and I'm supposed to be getting success and everything like that, and it's not turning up. Why is it not turning up? Why is this insecurity in place? And that's what you kind of say, well, look, I'm not going to invest in it if it's nothing concrete coming through. What's the point investing in it? And I think this is what you're feeling here, and this is, so you got the moon and clarifying on the moon there. I think it's pretty much what I said in the first time round. With the Judgment cards, let's see what goes on here for this calling that's coming to you. Strength card. I think this is, because of this stance that you've made, I think you're going to be in a position where you've put pay to any doubts within you. That it's got to happen like this, and that's the way it is. It's just the way it is. It's not like there's no negotiation left in all of this. This is my judgment call is here. This is what I should be doing, and I'm sticking to it. And this is your strength as well, and reducing all the doubts that are within you. And this is how you're going to be sort of playing smart, and you're going to be able to play with this sort of energy in the coming future. I think in the next sort of month, in a way. Be interesting to see what happens on your equinox readings, which will be out on Wednesday. Playing smart for your future, I think, is going to be really good. And you get the Page of Wands. And playing smart is going to open a lot of doors to passions within your life, and allow you that space to explore your passions connected to the righteous path that you should be going down. And how you, now the things seem to be playing into your favour. What sort of passions do you want to explore as you go forward? There you go, Capricorn. Thank you very much for being here. Really do appreciate your support from this channel. Don't forget all the links in the description below for our sister channel as well, Cymatic TV, which is the channel all about energy. I will see you over there. I hope you got the best out of this reading. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.